This is the reckoning. 2024.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
This is MongolianMindset, and we've been getting a lot of requests since Katt Williams has literally taken over the internet. This interview with Shannon Sharpe got over 43 million views on it. So we're going to be figuring out his personality type. We use Linda Barrens Interaction styles combined with cognitive functions. I will link the video to the cognitive function breakdown, the playlist, and the how to find anyone's personality type, these interaction styles and temperament. Okay, these books you want to get, you want to read those. You also want to pick up Steve Montgomery's People and Patterns, and I absolutely love Dario Nardi's new book he just put out. We're gonna be interviewing Dario when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe and help us get to 1,000 so we can get Dario on here quicker. We've interviewed him a couple times, but if you know, he just dropped 2 books, so it'd be great to see. Let's go see what the monkeys over at Personality Database have. Katt Williams has. We don't trust anything that comes from Personality Database. They don't follow interaction styles and temperaments, and if you don't follow interaction styles and temperaments, you will be mistype nation. You will be mistype nation. You'll see that with all the fucking clowns over at Socionics. They're fucking mistyping everybody. But let's get into it. They have Katt Williams as an ENTP. Okay, so we have our chart here. Okay, ENTPs, informative, initiating, progression, movement, process oriented, whatever you want to call it. Abstract, systematic, TIFE and SINE, and pragmatic. Okay, if he meets those metrics, we'll call him an ENTP. If he doesn't, we'll actually figure out his actual personality type and go from there. So comment below what you think his type is, and we have our metrics here, and we'll be knocking them off as we go. And let's see, I like red. Guys, we're still doing the free typing sessions by us. If you want to end your journey and actually figure out your actual personality type, I think we are the best, period, when it comes to that. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long they've been doing it. I don't think they're better than us. We have a playlist of over 100 people we've done. Okay, and that's 100 satisfied people. All we ask is you subscribe to the channel. You join our Facebook group or Discord, and you message Cody, and he'll get back to you with availability to be typed by us. It's not even close, dude. We are by far, in a way, the best out there. Not only because it's not just one person generally, but we also take our time. We're spending 30 to like an hour with you guys, answering any questions you have, anything that you, in general. Even if you want to go all outside of typology and you want to be like, Mercer, what do you think is the best thing that I should be doing for myself or my personality type? Or what do you think about finances? What do you think about stocks? What do you think about gym? I've done it all, okay? So feel free to ask me, but let's get into this. And comment below what you think Katt Williams' personality type is.
Want a slice, got to roll it dice.
I'm going to give you guys a careful warning. Generally speaking, when grabbing interviews, you don't want to grab interviews where people are drinking. But because this is a very viral fucking video, I got to use it. I don't think he's that drunk in it, so it shouldn't be too bad.
That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going
Direct outcome control.
to love him. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director.
Initiating outcome control with Shannon Sharpe, and looks like a TIFE. We're down to ISFj and FJ, but we'll give him his own video one day.
Icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Katt Williams.
Thank you, sir.
How was that intro?
Magnificent. You are You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Very nice.
You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
Okay, so first of all, when people start asking about these fucking comedians, generally speaking, it's almost like fucking doing a chess player. Generally speaking, comedians generally are fucking certain personality types, usually starters. Just saying, it is what it is.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself,
right,
or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Katt.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk.
I don't do it because I have a product to sell. Okay, so that's going anti-interest, which would be lead to systematic, okay? And he did name drop Larry King there. I'll hit him for TE, FI there, just because they're on the axis together. If you got TE, it is FI, and vice versa. But let's keep going.
You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guest. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I have watched
Oh, God. As soon as we start hearing truth to be told, oh, God.
all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole.
All right, he's initiating here. He's taking over. He's taking over the conversation. Shannon Sharp is supposed to be interviewing him, and look what he's doing now.
Oh, Friday after next, the one I was in, I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that.
All right, he's spitting facts here. Okay, I'm gonna hit it for T.I.
Couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Oh, he's initiating that. Look at that. And
Well, I didn't know
He shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the...
This guy's coming off pragmatic, okay? Pragmatic and crazy, yeah. Initiating. Look like we got a fucking entp.
movie came out, where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
he couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one, why no, he was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he, what?
So
Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Oh, he's initiating as fuck.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike.
He's giving extra information. So, I mean, look at Shannon. Shannon is direct outcome control. Look at the difference.
With me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams.
Okay, that's pragmatic as hell. Like, wow. And he's informing some information there that is not direct. That is like informing language there. He's not specifically saying it, but
He would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he...
Talking about rituals that be, I'm going to say abstract. Okay. Conspiracy theories, ritual.
He lie. I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams.
So he's informing here like he was okay with getting raped and playing that part and wanting that part. Telling you that he might be potentially gay here, okay? But he's not saying it. He's leaving it up to your imagination, informing language.
Risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm gonna be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that in Hollywood.
I don't give a fuck. He's getting hit for initiating, okay? Motherfucker ain't shut up yet. Initiating informative. Ooh, this is, I need to move that. Wait. He's getting hit for informative, okay? He is initiating and informative. So what that means is he is a starter type, guys. He is a starter, okay? And he's coming off very pragmatic as well. I'm gonna hit for pragmatic too. Fuck it. Okay. So we're down to 2 types all fucking ready. There's either ESFP, okay, or ENTP. These are the types we're down to already. Gotta be careful with this guy. Got to be careful.
Has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Shannon, what the fuck?
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's
you see how, Shannon's taking he's so getting overpowered by informative initiating progression or movement, whatever you want to call it, process, that he is like, what the hell? I'm supposed to be interviewing. I got the cards in my hand. I'm supposed to be asking the question. I ain't asked the question yet.
Believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star?
Hey, you fucking crazy, bro. This man is fucking...
I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a...
Shannon Sharp don't know what the fuck to do. Shannon's like, I ain't think I was getting this.
Movie star. I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way we ain't even got...
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip. less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here
Initiating like a motherfucker.
like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember when
Can't
Cedric
even get a fucking word out.
the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying.
We got a TI statement. There we go. We was hunting for it. We was hunting for your ass.
You had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies.
Truth. T.I. motherfucker, go away. Fucking ENTP, go away.
On drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
You feel like F.E.
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's not.
Okay, what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a stray.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any.
All right, this guy's in SC Demon mode. This is SC Demon mode here. This is SC Demon mode here. 100%. This is SC Demon mode. Straight up, he is on a mission here to just fuck everybody up.
any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people.
Okay, so he's talking about a pattern here. That's 7 people. Okay, that's a pattern here. You know, that's NE speaking.
Harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people.
So that's a pattern he's found between the 7 of them. Any.
How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee.
Shannon like, what the fuck? I can't control this. I can't control this. That's what Shannon's thinking. Shannon's thinking, I can't control that. This is the same thing that happens with me and my brother sometimes. He starts to overpower me with his talking and shit, and I'm just like, oh my God. I can't control this motherfucker. Oh my God. He's giving me like fucking anxiety. He's just going on and fired up for no reason.
I kind of getting on here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in
people want to know
30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever seen.
SI, boohoo, SC Demon, let's go.
That look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews?
Self-aggrandizement, but that's quite a word there. That's quite, what is it called? Vocabulary agility. I think that's what any dumbs have. What is it? Especially ENTPs. Vocabulary agility. I think it's that. Could be fucking wrong, but
Who could have said
some with fucking agility, where they use big ass words, synonyms and shit with big ass words that people have probably never fucking heard of in their fucking life.
the record straight? Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't.
My story. Hey, listen here. It's like a rite of passage for ENTPs to be homeless. I don't know how many ENTPs I've heard this same story from. And I'm going to say this, man. You guys got to get some stability in your life and make sure you don't chase too many possibilities that you fucking end up homeless. I don't know how many stories I've heard from ENTPs about being fucking homeless. Okay? And then he's fired up about it. That's not Steve Harvey's story. That's my story. It's my story of being homeless. I was homeless. I'm an ENTP. I'm chasing possibilities. I end up homeless.
I said
But
no
I didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite.
Oh my God, yes. I need personality type Steve Harvey's wife, but I do think she's either STP or NTJ.
History. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special.
Yes, he does not like an ENFJ. Steve Harvey is an ENFJ. Look at the difference between the ENTP and the ENFJ. Steve Harvey is the ENFJ.
About the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Talking about definitions, T.I. T.I. likes to define. But like I said, look at the difference because look at the difference in the way
he just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in
like, look at the way that he behaves and look at how ENFJ Steve Harvey behaves, because a lot of people are saying that ENTPs or ENFJs and shit, and I'm like, no, bro, there's a total fucking difference between direct, initiate, and control. This man's all over the place, initiating information, too much information. There's no control or outcome with this guy at all. Like, get the fuck out of here. The fucking clowns over there.
comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It did happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual.
TI parent is picking through the discrepancies.
For picking apart lies. But Jussie Smollett...
He just said it. Picking apart lies. He's using TI parent to pick apart the lies, the discrepancies in what you say and what could happen.
You're going to keep lying until you say, we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not...
Checks and balances of the universe, that's abstract. Okay.
I get to
checks and balances will be systematic as well.
Make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
It's a pattern again. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Katt Williams, you're a lot, buddy.
Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the...
So he's talking about the affiliative. I would say he's talking about the affiliative people here. You have the affiliative people. Steve Harvey's ENFJ. Kevin Hart's ENFP. Okay. He's talking because he's pragmatic. Oh, they won't include me in their group. I'm a fucking pragmatic motherfucker.
A competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you
they don't want
that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the
Facts. He's spitting facts.
Championship of stand-up comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100 city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
So you had said that
okay.
2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong,
let's go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said,
yeah,
I had Cedric on.
That's the thing with ENTPs a lot of times. You got to verify a lot of that shit they tell you. And if your eyeballs wasn't there to see it, I would probably disregard a lot of it. Like I said, my brother used to come home and come up with these imaginary stories about how he didn't have his report card and how some crazy ass story happened, and it happened every time report card came out. All right, I called my brother out on that shit maybe a couple weeks ago just to fuck with him, and he said, "Man, you know I had an active imagination." That's what the motherfucker used. The motherfucker used the word active imagination. No, shut the fuck up. I remember one time this motherfucker woke us up in the middle of the night talking about he was seeing demons and shit, and had me terrified, because this is my older brother. My older brother telling me he's seeing demons and all this other shit in the house. We done woke up my mama. None of us went back to sleep at all. I called my brother out about it. He said, man, you know what, man? I had an active imagination, but the house was haunted, though. That was probably the most haunted house I ever seen in my life. I'm like, man, get your lying ass out of here. Had me so scared, I was scared to fucking sleep for 2 days. I'll never forget this one fucking time. This motherfucker told me because in 5th grade everyone goes to this camp for like a week or whatever. And my brother told me there was like haunted ladies out there, fucking all type of shit. So the whole time I was there, I was in there like taking like a 30-second shower because I was so terrified. And that's because my brother told me all these imaginary fucking stories with fucking extroverted intuition.
On here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already...
He's talking about the system there of that joke.
He helped me work on this joke because I thought it was already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little
Talk about the system here.
longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke, it's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
This man is in SE Demon mode, man. This is SE Demon mode.
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that.
I'm telling you, man. These motherfuckers, man. Oh my God. That reminds me of like going out sometimes with like fucking Kyle, and he's had like SI bad experience with some random dude, and he wants to attack him or punch him or whatever the fuck he wants to do, and I'm the one with the reason here, like, bro, we gotta let that shit go. But like when these people get a bad experience, it's like, I don't know, it's like they're almost like a slave to that shit, and like they just like have to do something to that person. So be careful with these ENTPs. Please be careful, because if you give them a bad experience, a bad enough experience, you may have to do something next time you see them. I mean, you may have to fight, whatever the fuck it is. I remember Kyle told me this story about when this guy, like, he was in some shit and the dude, like, robbed him. And Kyle said he seen that motherfucker maybe, like, a year later at a fucking gas station. And he just walked up and just started beating the shit out of him in a fucking gas station. So that's something you you want to look out for. You might just get SE Demon out of fucking nowhere, okay?
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But
if you stand against them, then they have a problem.
We don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Can you believe?
All right, we've had enough of him. Okay, he's hilarious. All right, we got him for ENTP. Okay, so we'll go ahead and delete that. So we got him for ENTP. ENTPs are initiating, abstract, okay, systematic, fuck this shit's out of order, informative, pragmatic, progression, why is this shit out of order, SINE, and TIFE, okay. So we have Katt Williams as an ENTP. I'm gonna go Enneagram. I'm gonna go 7W8. This motherfucker's feisty as fuck. Okay, I would have bust Cedric's belly. He means that shit. That's what people don't realize. Like, these motherfuckers mean that shit. So I'm gonna go with SO/SP. Okay. And I'm gonna give him a rating of above average ENTP. Above average. Above average. Okay. This is Mongolian Mindset, and we are out.